Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to be test driving Land Rovers, but not this traditional Land Rover LR3. I'm going to be test driving the Land Rover Defender 110, the brand new model that has returned to the United States and has not been here since the year 1997. This legendary nameplate is here to stay, and it's here for good. And for that to take place, I had to drive all the way to Vermont in a socially distanced atmosphere where I'm going to be able to drive the brand new Defender in obstacle courses in their experience center. So stay tuned for some amazing action that's going to be headed your way. So as I'm randomly driving around Manchester, Vermont, I run into this Congleton Service Vehicle Special, which is a truly one-of-a-kind vehicle. It caught my eye as I was driving down the road, and I turned to my left and I immediately pull over because I was amazed by the astonishing level of refinement and restored quality that this vehicle actually has. I'm looking at some of the subtle upgrades for someone like me who pays attention to fine details, small things like the interior upgrades, and even the choice of leather and fabrics that are used, such as the tartan centers, and even some of the clad badging that is used to identify this vehicle from the rest. I'm truly amazed that I came across this vehicle that I've been fanboying over on Instagram for many years. So Taylor, Congleton, salute for making such an amazing vehicle, and hopefully I can win this one because I see the stickers on the side of this vehicle. I'm sure Orvis wouldn't mind me just talking and hanging out in your parking lot just to look at the car, but man, this truly is one of a kind. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to look at this vehicle because this Range Rover long wheelbase, this is a little bit different than my personal vehicle, which is a short wheelbase. This one I can actually recline in the back. So salute to such an amazing and astonishing build. That's pretty cool. So as I'm sitting passenger in this Land Rover Defender 110, I am astounded and amazed at the level of refinement that this vehicle has. It is incredibly smooth. It is incredibly well handling for something of this size. It's almost deceptive. You would not expect a Land Rover Defender 110, a vehicle that is renowned worldwide for its military use and its off-road capability, to be able to handle the roads in a manner in which you would expect from a Range Rover or something that is a little bit more refined, like the modern Range Rover HSC Autobiography. You would expect refinement from a vehicle like that, but from this Land Rover Defender 110, it's blowing my mind. It really is. I am completely impressed. In seeing how the engineers were able to extract this much potential out of this chassis, where you have the duality of not only off-road capability, but on-road capability, which in reality, this is how people will use this car. People are going to use this Land Rover platform for basically their driving from point A to point B. People will probably not take this vehicle off-road, but the fact that it can do what it does, both on-road and off-road, it's blown my mind. I am truly impressed. The way it handles curves, the way it stays planted on the corners, you would think you'd be driving something that came out of Stuttgart. So kudos to the Land Rover engineers, and I'm not being paid to say this, but the Land Rover engineers definitely did an amazing job in taking this vehicle to the next level. So the car drives really light.
Yeah.
What else can you say about this chassis?
Smells great. Like it's not your classic.
It's not my classic. So you're saying my car smells terrible.
I mean, I'm telling the truth. The car does
But yeah, this car does drive amazing. It's got modern features. I mean, it's got screens, it's got things that you wouldn't expect out of a Land Rover Defender 110.
Yeah.
This thing is amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And we're going 60 miles an hour, something we could only dream of in the Range Rover Classic. No shakes, no squeaks, no rattles. This thing drives.
Smoke coming out of the engine.
Yeah, that happened once. We'd never
I was
want
driving
to.
it, and then I was traumatized. Very traumatized. Take off your
So yeah, we're driving. I don't know what that was.
Your bag.
Oh. So yeah, we're driving.
I'm driving.
She's driving.
I'm an excellent driver.
You're a great driver.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're driving here through Vermont,
We are in the jungle.
enjoying
The jungle.
this awesome experience. And anytime you do an experience like this, you have to do it with people that you know will have a great time. Because life is about experiences and you can't hold yourself back. Oh, that's the toolkit in the back.
Now we're at 19 degrees.
Oh yeah, this is great. Let me capture that. The quickness of the computers is something that I'm truly impressed with. And the screens aren't necessarily ginormous in size like, say, a Tesla, but they are appropriately placed and appropriately sized for a vehicle of this nature. Would you recommend this vehicle for anyone who is considering a new SUV for 2020 or 2021?
Depends where you live, I guess. So like we
Yeah.
live in New York City.
Right.
That makes no sense, honestly. Even
Right.
though I love driving this car,
Yeah.
but you are gonna be struggling every time you are trying to find a parking.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is true.
It's almost impossible because it takes 2 smart cars space.
That's true. It is the size of 2 smart cars combined.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that assessment, because
Oh, you're welcome.
these driving impressions pretty much give an accurate assessment of how this car drives on a daily basis. And it is incredibly smooth and it accelerates really well. I think this accelerates almost as well as my Porsche Cayenne, which is surprising to hear, but is completely accurate. Now that I've experienced the Land Rover experience, I've realized one thing. It's not about the most expensive vehicle, it's about having the most capable vehicle. And I get that with the Land Rover Defender.